Okay, day 2 in San Francisco. There's just so much happening. I just feel the desire to record it in short snippets. So if you care to hear about a startup founder's adventures, raising capital, scaling an idea, building a global community, pushing the edge on knowledge, sharing across generation and culture and industry, stay tuned, because I'll just talk about all the behind the scenes in whatever way it kind of comes out. And I hope to transfer knowledge on principles that I'm learning along the way, living in that fast-paced environment, creating something that I've dreamt in my head, and convincing others that it's worthy of spending their time, energy, and effort on. And I learn these principles as I kind of go and just by doing. And 2 of them that are resonating right now really hard that have just dropped in, and you get different principles over different periods of time as you like kind of learn your craft and more about yourself and more about others and more about the world and more about how systems work and how you can integrate and where technology is at. And making decisions and building partnerships and seeing how those pan out based on how you thought. There's just so much to learn. And again, being a startup founder, we're in it's like the fastest. It's like the fastest rate of growth and innovation and change. And you got to make hundreds of thousands of decisions when you're building a company and touch a lot of things. You got to collide. You got to create a lot of energy and momentum. And you gotta like pick your timing and kind of like go and find your flow into the big economy that exists. It's crazy. Anyways, 2 principles that have recently dropped, and I hope to have hundreds someday, are number 1, leading with intuition first, and intelligence and facts and figures second. And there's probably going to be a lot of people that don't resonate with that and go with the facts and figures first and intuition second, which is like great. I love that we all think differently and lead with different percentages and have different algorithms. I think that's what makes everything amazing. And I always lead with my head first, typically in my life. I used to lead with my head all the time. I am like a former investment banker, an economist, a number cruncher, a model builder, a data is beautiful creator. Like I really lead with my head. I had led with my head throughout my entire career. Pretty logical. I will always like think of the macro and microeconomic effects of something. And very rarely I had heart. I like cared about things a lot, but I wouldn't lead. I wouldn't like make my decisions based on that first. Until now I am starting to and seeing the difference and just understanding what my task at hand is right now with the mission that I'm working on. And the importance of leading with my intuition and being so tapped in and knowing I'm so tapped in to have confidence to lead with my intuition. If your intuition is not practiced and refined and attuned, then leading with your intuition can be dangerous because it's not dialed and it can lead you astray if you don't have a deep relationship with your intuition. But I do right now, more than I ever have in my entire life. And it is a combination of a number of things that I have found that everyone can deepen their intuition. If you're really interested in tapping into that inner wisdom and collective intelligence, I'm going to tell you something that 100% will get you there. And it has gotten me there, and I just keep laughing about how strong it is and what a fun thing to learn how to be guided by. I'm still learning a lot from it. Obviously, it's like very new that I'm leading with my intuition, this principle of mine. So the one thing that will get you there is having hundreds of collisions and conversations with as wide a variety of people as you can. That's it. And, it's so funny that that's so hard to do. And it's not easy to create 100 conversations and collisions with a wide variety of people. Where would you go do that? It's pretty tricky, and it needs to be one-on-one. It needs to be energy. It needs to be live and interactive. And that is why I've had 1,800 conversations over the last 5 years, which is high. And now I am like, I feel like I can sit here and understand perspective and empathy and different opinions and how it kind of works, and like have peace with that and no aggression, and start to see solutions and start to know where to go and start to feel more things as well. You know, touching that many people and connecting with that many people through a conversation gives me intuition and attunement into the collective intelligence, into my intelligence, into knowing myself, into knowing others, and knowing how the world works. You gotta like, it's this giant puzzle, and unless you talk to a number of people in the healthcare industry, in the education industry, blue collar work, travelers, nomads, freelancers, expats, refugees, PhDs, unless you have conversations with a wide variety of people, your representation of the world is so limiting. It's so limiting. The fact that you think you know, like, and that's the thing too, it's so limiting and you don't even know how limiting because you haven't even experienced the absolute wide variety of diversity that exists within people. It's insane. Just like animals, just like nature, just like every piece of fruit, that there is diversity. There's so much diversity, and we are getting a sliver of it. We're not painting this picture, and like I think that's the next quest of life, is know thyself, know others, and find my purpose and where I can fit within this flow. But staying in flow, it's a whole art. To solve this epidemic, I think, you know, if we don't have intuition, if we don't have attunement, if we don't have perspective, if we don't have empathy with one another, I think that's really not good. I think that's like, we start to see the breakdown, and it's really actually, I can't even laugh about it. It's actually really incredibly damaging if we do not have an active, supportive, conscious relationship with one another globally, because we are a global community. We are one. We all share planet Earth. We can all get in touch with each other now immediately via the click of a button. And so it is super important that we all learn about each other. So anyways, to solve this epidemic, I have been working on a solution for probably my whole life, but really actively in a startup space for the last like 5 years. I got the idea, 3 years I started building the thing, 2 years I've had money to build the thing, and a team, on and off, bootstrappy, not a lot. And I'm now launching a subscription that I think is going to change the world and give you and everyone in this world the opportunity to invest in the diversity of this planet and its people. And in doing so, develop a deeper relationship with yourself, develop a deeper relationship with others, and get a clearer understanding of how the world works, and really send your opinions and perspective and practice your listening. It's just going to be insane. The program it's a membership, but there's a bunch of things in it. I'm really working on the title, but it's all about meeting the world's people. I've got this card, and I always bring it up because I just think it represents, like, so what the subscription is you are opting in to meeting the world's people. Okay, wide variety of people. Pick My Brain is going to send you, my company is going to send you a wide variety of people, one a month, that we want you to connect with and have a conversation about and be super curious about, to learn what they think and how they feel and where they live and what they know a lot about and what they do and what they contribute and what their mission is and what their values are and what their story is, and maybe about some decisions that they made. And that's a lot. You won't get all that, but we want to give you the opportunity to tap into the global collective intelligence and to really meet the world's people forever. So we want you actually to be a subscriber for your whole life. The cheapest package is going to be probably $99 or $222. Going to sort that out. $222 because it means like opportunity, and we've seen it Pick My Brain. It means like additional revenue streams and additional abundance. And I just believe in the meaning of everything now after meeting the world's people. So anyways, whatever it is, we just want the world to be able to opt into. We're only going to sell 1 million of these, and we're going to go and just sell them very intentionally until we reach our goal. It's going to be capped. We learned a lot lot from Bitcoin and blockchain with a capped limited supply and the value of something. And we think that there's just a million people that would just like keep the just want to do this so much. We need people that really want to meet the world's people. So if you do not want to meet the world's people, you don't want to be curious, you want to put this off, you don't think it's important, you think it's outside of your scope right now and that you're too focused on your own stuff, this isn't for you. Right? This is for people that understand the benefit of other people's perspectives and opinions and are willing to put the time in to meet the world's people. And you can pick one person a month, okay? And we'll make recommendations for you. There'll be a pool of 10,000 people, millions of people eventually from all countries represented to choose from. But we'll make recommendations, but what you're opting into is to meet the world's people. So if you've ever used Audible, it's one of my favorite products that I'll pay for until I die. You pay a monthly subscription, you get a credit, and you can use that credit to go download a book. Meet the World's People is very similar. You pay a subscription, you get a credit, you can use that credit to go have a conversation, and we recommend it. We're like, Maxine, you should meet this founder. I see that you're in San Francisco and that you're thinking about the future of work and the future of education. I'd like you to meet Samantha. She's also a startup founder from San Francisco, has been here for 6 years. I'm already like, yes, please. Is in the startup space, has raised money. I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, please. That connection would be very valuable to me. Similarly, I want the Pick My Brain system to be, hey, Maxine, we're going to introduce you to a woman who is from Egypt who lived through a revolution. And she fought when Egypt was going through their revolution. And we thought that if you had a conversation with her, she's your age, she's 35, she's lived through this, you could have a deeper understanding of what's going on in the Gaza with Palestine and what happened in Iran from a woman's perspective. Are you interested in this conversation? Equally with as much ferociousness, I am saying yes, And then next month, it gives me another recommendation. Pick My Brain is generating me an opportunity to meet the world's people at a certain cadence so that I can stay attuned to who I am, who others are, how the world works. I can practice and sharpen my intuition. I can stay connected, keep my pulse on what is going on in the world. It's super important to do this in the news, and with AI, much harder to trust, and you don't feel it. You guys, I'm telling you, when you meet the world's people, your just vibration is just like, it's crazy. It makes you just like feel so colorful meeting the world's people. The most nourishing thing you could buy. I actually think that I hope that this is a standard that everyone has to opt into, and it's available to all, and we find the way that works, and everyone in the world commits to meeting one new person a month for a meaningful conversation, and you can ramp up from there. But at one, we're meeting 12 people a year. That's 12 perspectives, that's 12 stories, that's 12 intentional sessions where we transfer value and there's no expectation after that. Okay, so tap in. It's a safe space. It's no judgment. It's to learn. It's to be curious. Okay, so I really think the world needs this. In combination, when you join this, we also host group events where we mix and match you in different ways. We bring people onto the stage and talk about what they're learning. We host workshops on things that we think are super important and relevant. And again, the differentiator with this is the scope, the diversity. We're not niched. You can, meet people from 196 countries, all ages, all industries, all disciplines. What everyone has in common is that they want to be there and they want to be meeting you. And again, the classes that we host and the workshops that we host as being part of this membership are things ranging from how trees talk to each other. Super interesting topic if you've never dove into that, all the way to, future of micropayments and how AI is going to issue universal basic income if it reaches this stage, all the way to we're going to host a breathwork session because we want people to feel what that's like, and we're just going to do it on Pick My Brain so a bunch of people get exposure, and then they go into their local towns and find breathwork because breathwork is something that is available to all, so we think we should teach it because it has so many co-benefits. Things like that. Okay, that's enough. But I'm really excited about this. I am so excited to be hosting it and to building a team around it, and to inviting people into it, and to get people to slowly over the course of my life commit to meeting the world's people. Because I think it's one of the best things you can do for yourself, for others, and for the community and society at large, truly. Okay.